Welcome back to Tony Hawk's Pro Skater. I'm Insetic. With me again is Blackout the M&M.
Hey, everybody.
And Matt Rocks 101.
Hey, I'm Matt.
And today, we're going to school. And in this video, we're showing off Bob Burnquist. As I mentioned, I'll be showing a different pro every level. I thought it would be a cute idea. Since, you know, in this game, they do play a little differently, and also in this game, they do all have their own batch of special tricks.
Yeah.
Starting from Tony Hawk 2, you can put different special tricks on different people, but in the original, only Bob Burnquist has his special tricks. Actually, aside from the fact that most of the characters have like a backflip or a front flip as like a filler one, but whatever.
Bob Burnquist is not a pro skater I have thought about in a very, very long time. Everyone else, I remember I'd look up, you know, like when I got the internet. But Bob Burnquist, for some reason, I never remembered to look him up.
Really?
Oh, Bob Burnquist is he's the very first one, I think.
He's one of the only skaters that are featured in this game that I know nothing about.
That's kind of funny.
And I haven't even thought about it until this video. And now I've thought about the fact that I don't know anything about Bob Burnquist.
It's kind of funny, unrelated to that, well, I'm going to be playing the Tony Hawk games. One or two videos showed up in my recommendations recently about him. Like Thrasher skateboarding, remembering one of his video parts, or him working with, I think it was Braille skateboarding on a video. But yeah, kind of the opposite of you, where it's like YouTube wanted to tell me about him.
I guess it's because I was always a bigger fan of street skaters than vert skaters.
Well, here's the thing, Matt. If you knew anything about Bob Burnquist, you'd know that he was the star of the classic piece of cinema, well, what was it? Most Extreme Primate? Was that the name of the skateboarding one?
I don't know. I don't know who you're referencing.
There was a series like there was the Air Bud movies, and concurrently there was a series about a chimpanzee who did sports.
MXP, Most Extreme Primate.
Yeah, it wasn't.
How do you remember
and one of them was
MXP?
One of them was snowboarding, and one of them was skateboarding. At least, and I know Bob Burnquist was in the skateboarding one. That's his legacy.
I did not know that.
Skateboarding right alongside a chimpanzee.
Fascinating.
Nice. Another fascinating thing is that of the pro skaters in the first game, Bob Burnquist has the only special lip trick.
Yeah.
That burn twist, which is harder to pull off than you think it is. Probably why they don't have a lot of
That's a sound
tricks.
I remember.
Yeah.
I did that a lot as a kid.
It's crazy. Like in previous videos, back in the Grind Session LP, you mentioned remembering the Tony Hawk characters going, But I guess what I'd forgotten is the amount of times they'd get run over by cars or something, and so you just hear furious honking as your character flew away. With blood in the PlayStation version.
Oh, dang, I remember this song too.
You know, it's kind of funny.
This song scared me.
I actually played the N64 version as a kid.
Me too.
N64 version of this in Tony Hawk 2. So I intentionally wanted to play the PlayStation versions for this, so I could see the things that were in that, like the videos on the billboards and the blood.
And the load times.
I played the Dreamcast version, which had both of those things as well.
I had the Dreamcast version too. We were my dad went out of his way to always buy the console that lost the war essentially. Over the course of the years, we had an Atari Jaguar, we had a Dreamcast, we had a Sega CD.
See, my dad was the same way. He went and bought a Dreamcast right after they failed, and he was like, "Yeah, they're not really making this anymore, so it's real cheap."
yeah, but the Dreamcast was awesome though, because you had Crazy Taxi, and you know.
Yeah, that's what my dad really liked.
Taxi.
He loved Crazy Taxi.
Crazy Taxi. Yeah.
It was Crazy Taxi, and it was Tony Hawk that I played the most on there.
No.
Yeah.
But no, School is a classic level. That opening line down the stairs.
School's one of those levels that's sort of interesting to me though, because it's one of the few the thing that I would say one of Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1's only problem with level designs is a few of the levels are just way too sprawling, and it's hard to find lines, if that makes sense. And School to me is probably the worst of those.
Really?
Oh no, Streets is the worst.
Okay,
really?
Streets.
No, there's plenty of lines.
Or Minneapolis,
School.
I guess, is pretty bad as well.
No, School's always been my favorite map.
School
But like it's
might-
hard. There's like a
yeah.
couple spots to do tricks, and the rest is you skating over to those spots to do tricks. 'Cause
Yeah,
there's not really a
school
lot
might
else you
have-
can do.
School might have a bit too much empty space, but it's still got enough to do in all of its main areas.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I'm just saying like.
I think it's fine though. Like not everything needs to be like Burnside, where it's just a pile of ramps everywhere.
Well, yeah, but I mean, it makes it kind of tedious to get around when the area is so big, but there's not
No, I mean if it
that
took
many places.
if it took 5 minutes, I mean I don't know. I just these levels are still so much smaller than any modern Tony Hawk level that it's like, especially in retrospect, I will never agree with you.
Again, it's like you're slightly bored for like 5 seconds, but there are other extreme sports game series that do it way worse. Look at
I think
Dave
the only
Mirra,
reason
look
it's
at
like
Gravity
that is
Games
because
Bike.
I think the only reason it's like that to me is because there's less you can do in Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1. Like, you can't manual or do any of the other flat ground tricks you can do in the other ones. So the spaces where you can't really do that much stick out more to me.
All right, well, that was school. We got the 5 challenges done, so next time we'll be headed to the mall.
I mean, I love them all.
Oh, heck yeah.